You've probably taken a spill before. Bang yourself up pretty good. Obviously, the height you fall from matters a lot because it predicts how bad the damage can be. In fact, once you fall from around 200 feet or 60 meters, a human reaches terminal velocity, about 124 miles per hour or 200 kilometers per hour. That means above 200 feet, the impact speed doesn't really increase. You could drop from 1600 feet or 500 meters and you still hit around 124 miles per hour because of air resistance. And yet, there are rare people who have survived. So, from what exact height is survival basically off the table? Today we're going to climb the ladder, level by level, from a simple trip to a fall that's virtually unsurvivable. We'll assume the best case scenario every time. Relaxed body, good landing position, and something to cushion the impact. This video is purely educational with a scientific angle. It doesn't glorify or encourage risky behavior, just explores the human limits. Level 1, 3 to 4 feet or 1 meter. Think knee height, like a bad trip over a bed frame leg, or a misstep off a low step. Sounds silly, but everyone's been there. Likely outcomes, a scrape, an awkward laugh, or a shin crack that makes you see stars. At this height, your body hasn't built up much kinetic energy. More like dropping a tennis ball. It bounces, it doesn't break. Level 2, 5 feet or 1.5 meters. Now it stings. Picture standing on a chair and getting shoved off. Healthy adults usually walk it off, but land wrong and you can sprain or fracture a wrist or elbow. For older adults, risk jumps fast. Hip fractures and serious head injuries become real concerns. Takeaway: how you land often matters more than how high you fell. Level 3, 6 to 7 feet or 2 meters. This is off the fridge territory. You'll feel it in your bones. Real risk of ankle fractures, broken ribs, even pelvic injuries if you don't absorb the impact. You can absolutely survive, but you'll wish you'd have warmed up first. Fun fact, in parkour or free running, 2 meters is common practice drop, and athletes learn to roll to spread out the energy. Level 4, 10 feet or 3 meters. Now the body can't absorb the hit as well. Internal injuries become more common, from lung bruises to small abdominal bleeds. Land flat on your back and you can injure your spine. A lot of workplace accidents live in this range. Falls from ladders or mid-height structures. Level 5, 16 to 17 feet or 5 meters. If you've ever climbed a tree or a garage roof to rescue a ball, this is it. Even with a controlled fall, there's a meaningful risk of vertebral fractures, broken ribs, and brain injury if you hit your head. Many trauma studies mark this height as a transition from moderate to potentially fatal injuries. Survival? Often yes. Walking away perfectly fine? Unlikely. Level 6. 33 feet or 10 meters. Serious business. Impact speed is roughly 31 miles per hour or 50 kilometers per hour. Imagine hitting a concrete wall on a bike with no helmet, except it's your whole body. Typical injuries: multiple broken limbs, chest trauma, liver injuries, even spleen rupture. People survive, but often with permanent mobility loss or after multiple surgeries. Level 7, 50 feet or 15 meters. Mortality starts showing up in the stats. A head first or back first landing is rarely survivable. Even feet first can be catastrophic. Your legs act like collapsing columns. The femur can shatter and drive force into the pelvis and vital organs. Estimated impact 40 miles per hour or 65 kilometers per hour. Level 8, 82 feet or 25 meters. Roughly an 8-story building. Impact speed approaches 50 miles per hour or 80 kilometers per hour. You see full chest collapse, tearing of major blood vessels, and severe brain injury from sudden deceleration. In trauma medicine, this is considered a lethal height, where survival is extremely rare and usually requires immediate, exceptional intervention. Level 9, 150 feet or 45 meters. At this point, survival depends almost entirely on what you land on. The rare survivals fell into deep snow, dense mud, or got slowed by tree branches on the way down. For example, there are reports of skiers surviving 130 feet or 40 meters after dropping into fresh, unconsolidated snow while relaxed and limp. Level 10, 200 feet or 60 meters and beyond. You've hit terminal velocity. You won't fall any faster, only longer. Whether it's 200 feet or a skyscraper, the impact speed is about the same. The only thing that can save you is a surface that stretches the deceleration over distance. Think tree branches, deep powder, a stunned airbag, or a big hail of loose dirt. There's even the famous case of Besnevolovic. In 1972, a Serbian flight attendant who reportedly survived a fall of over 33,000 feet or 10,000 meters after an in-flight explosion. With the wreckage and snowy terrain absorbing some of the energy. She suffered multiple fractures, yet lived. Not a level, a miracle. So, from what height can you fall and not die? With perfect luck, good technique, and ideal conditions, 20 to 30 meters or 65 to 100 feet might be survivable. But most of the time, your body won't forgive mistakes much above 10 meters or 33 feet. Again, this is not romanticizing risk. The point of science is to understand our limits and protect them. Question: how far have you fallen? Drop your stories in the comments. Stay safe out there.